Hello friends, Jess here. I am back and I am giving you an October daily flip through because I finished it. Yay! October daily 2022 is done. So I thought I would give you guys a complete flip through of the album. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. As you can see, it's pretty chunky, you know, but I had expected that to happen. And I like a chunky album, so let's just get right into it, shall we? Alright, so for my October daily, I did a mix of fall and Halloween. I wanted to make sure I kind of like merged the styles together, or the themes, if you will. And so I chose products from each, and I have a video that walked you through my prep. If you want to see that, I'll link it below. So here is the beginning of the album. Inside cover, I printed off a calendar and just did some embellishing, really. Nothing super complicated here, just more or less some little stickers, embellishments, identifying Halloween, just to kind of use, this is a blank canvas, right? Really great space to utilize, so I put it to use the calendar. And then on this side, I have a little transparency I printed on vellum. It was a photo that I took at one of the orchard of all the pumpkins and gourds, and then I added Hello Autumn there. And behind that is just a photo of me. And I thought that was a good place to start because these are October stories basically through my eyes. And so this kind of symbolizes that. And what you'll notice in my October stories, or my documenting in general, I don't do a ton of journaling, and I really didn't do any journaling in here. I kind of keep it simple, and I let the photos tell the story. I do have a plan on adding, like in the back, a journaling of just the entire month, touching on each one of these stories. I do struggle with storytelling and journaling in general, so I like to get through the process and then go back and think about my stories later. I have found that that works best for me. So next we go to a quote. I like to include quotes in my albums because it just, you know, puts my feelings into words where I struggle with that. So this is from Winnie the Pooh. It's the first day of autumn, a time for hot chocolatey mornings, toasty marshmallow, hot chocolatey mornings and toasty marshmallow evenings, and best of all, leaping into leaves. And that is all the fall feelings right there. It's awesome. So let me see if I could zoom in just a little bit for you guys. So you can get a little bit closer. There we go. All right, so then we are documenting the story of our traditional apple picking orchard, which is Boothby's. And then I have a photo here with pockets in the back where I've plopped in photos of our trip, and this one I did do a little bit of journaling on this card, one of the few times that I did that. And these just kind of hide behind the card here, the photo in the back, little sneak, and then just some embellishing. I believe this was a Simple Stories Cozy Days collection that I used to embellish the embellishments and pattern paper and such. It's a really beautiful collection, kind of on the more subtle tones, and I love it. So what I did here was I actually printed out a large family photo in the shape of an apple, and I used Silhouette Design Studio to do that. And I think this is really fun. I think this came out so good, and I really love the result. So I printed it out, cut it into 2 halves, and so when you open up you see our family at the orchard, which is really fun. And on the back side of the apple I just did a fall bucket list, but I did it with pieces of ephemera, like all little components of what I like to do in the fall, which was the bucket list has been kind of a really popular trend lately. But instead of doing a traditional list, I thought I would do it through ephemera pieces. So the next story is Wyatt enjoying some hot cocoa. So I did this die cut mug, and his photo is hiding inside, front and back, enjoying his hot chocolate, or coffee as he likes to call it. and then it just tucks right back in here. I love the little peekaboo effect. It was really fun creating the coffee mug again. It was a cut file from the Silhouette Design Studio, and I'll try to put all the links below, so if you have access to the design studio, you can easily get that. I actually think you can buy the designs through the store and maybe use them elsewhere. I don't know. In other softwares, I should say. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Either way, I'll make sure to link it below. And then the back just kept it pretty simple. I do use the Felicity Jane acrylic binder. I don't know what you call these. Let me show you. Let's see. They call them acetate pop-ins, which basically are acetate pieces, not acrylic, acetate pieces that have the holes punched, and you can just attach them to your out-of-the-pocket items and incorporate them into your album, which I love. I used a lot of those this year. Felicity Jane, I think, is going out of business, so I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to get them, but Citrus Twist does offer something very similar. The quality difference is different, though. The Felicity Janes are shorter and a little thicker, so I really like them. Citrus Twists are really nice. They're just a little bit longer and a little on the thinner side, but they still do the job, so just keep that in mind. Next, we have a picture of a bouquet. We did cut your own flowers at the Boothy's farm stand. They had like a little flower patch in the back of their farm stand where you could go cut a bunch of flowers for like $10, and it was so fun, and they were so beautiful. I had to capture a picture, so that's that there. All right, and then we're going to transition to Halloween. And so here's the first Halloween story. So this one is, we went to Target and had a lot of fun looking through the Halloween stuff. My son loves Halloween as much as I do. So he wanted his picture in front of this big inflatable thing, so I decided to make it into a door in which you open up and you see his face. And he grabbed this donut costume. He's like, "Mom, check me out." And he made a bunch of silly faces, so really, really cute. And just some phone letters and says literally dying, because it was so funny. Kind of had to be there, but this is still like a silly photo and I love it. So this is a fun interactive piece to make. There is a process video on a lot of these beginning ones. And then I just took an Allie Edwards tag from her Halloween collection this year. Wyatt had snapped a photo of me trying on a mask. I was a big dinosaur head with a little dinosaur body. And a DIY tag in there. And just some embellishing. And I think that came out really cute. And the next story is we had spooky hot chocolates. So I decorated the back side of the tag, and I had taken pictures of our mugs, removed the background, and added in some embellishments from a Tracy Reed, I think it was October Moon collection, her digital collection. You could do all this in Canva. I did it in Photoshop, but you can also do it in Canva. And then I printed it out, attached it to the tag, and then I reprinted the embellishments just to give a little texture, because originally this was all flat, and I like the dimension that paper and the texture that paper gives. So I just printed and restuck those out. Again, there's a process video on this layout. So the complementing side is I took an Allie Edwards paper from her Halloween collection, and then I put a bunch of Halloween rub-ons that I had in my stash. They were Creative Memory rub-ons, and they're awesome, really good quality. So if you like rub-ons, definitely check them out. If they still I don't even know if they still sell them anymore. I found them at a thrift shop, actually, a huge stack of them. But they were really good quality, so I decorated the background with a bunch of rub-ons, added this spooky foam thicker, and then did a flip up with our photos of us enjoying our spooky hot chocolates. Really fun layout. I love the subtlety of this. I love the colors. This is one of my favorite spreads in the whole album. Alright, moving on. Back to fall. So as you can tell, I like to keep falls together. I kind of like them to jive together and then not mix Halloween and fall from the colors. So you'll go from fall, Halloween, fall, so on and so forth. You kind of see the theme in my album. So this was documenting fall again, and doing the Where I Stand prompt. And so I had taken various photos throughout a week's time. And when I went back to look at my photos, I hadn't realized that I had caught the various stages of leaves falling. And so I decided to put them all on a layout. And I added in this little 3x4 card that I designed. It says autumn is my favorite color, because it really is. It's so beautiful. Added some leaf embellishments and called that good. And then I paired it with the other side of another photo of me with this really pretty tree in our backyard. The sky was blue. You know, I thought I was having a good hair day, you know. So I took a selfie in front of the tree and I paired it with the other pictures. So that was I really love the colors. It really captured fall this year, which just felt so vibrant. I don't know if the rest of you feel that way, but it really felt very vibrant. The next story is my husband turning 40. And so just a simple 5x7 with some thicker embellishment, and then I did a shaker pocket with some sequins and the number 40, which the O is a little sideways, but that's all right. And snapshots of his birthday night, and then we threw him a little surprise party at his, let me try to get that glare, there you go, a little surprise party at his favorite restaurant. And so that's what's captured there. Fun, simple, easy, but I love the addition of sequins. It really adds just some color and texture that's really fun. And then we have sports. Fall is a big sports season for us this year anyway. Wyatt started soccer. So I did this really fun soccer ball cut file from the Silhouette Design store. And then I brought in various photos of him throughout the season. And I had this little dimensional sticker, or these dimensional stickers in my stash. I outlined, it was originally, the soccer was in yellow, so I went back and colored it orange to match his jersey. And super fun. I think this came out really good. And then on the back side, I have pictures of him and his teammates waiting on the sidelines of their game, and I just happened to catch it, and I just thought it was really cute. So it was a good photo to fit back here. And then on the other side, we have Natalie, who tried field hockey this year. So again, I did another cut file, and this one is the sticks crossing and then her photo in the middle. And then you flip it up, and then there's a larger photo of her trying to get on the field. It was really hard to get photos of her playing field hockey. So I did the best I could, but I think I caught some good snapshots. This is like an action photo, kind of like where she's getting ready to go in. But another fun interactive piece. I think it came out really cool. And simple too. Very easy to do. And then we have more fall. So over here we have Wyatt playing in the leaves. Get a little closer. So again, I took a sequence of photos of him tossing leaves up in the air. And then I used again a Tracy Reed digital collection. I can't remember the name of this one. I'm drawing a blank. But she has quite a few fall and Halloween collections. She has quite a few digital collections in general. They're all gorgeous. I encourage you to check them out. But again, I built this in Canva, and then I cut out the embellishment pieces and added those there. So another really fun quintessential fall photo. And then I have some scrappy friends that sent me some mail. So this card is from my dear friend Maggie. She made me the card. Beautiful stamped card with some color marker in there and mixed media. Just beautiful. I love the sunflowers and the brown. And then on the inside, I grabbed a photo of her and her sweet face. She's such a wonderful person. And then she made me this beautiful tag as well that I attached to the inside along with her little message to me, which I'm going to cherish forever. So I wanted to incorporate this in October. My October daily. It means a lot. So I found a special place for that card. Thank you, Maggie. Beautiful. And then handmade. I love this because I don't know. That's just that little touch of handmade by is so wonderful. Okay, and so then after my card, I have our traditional orchard that we go to for our pumpkins. So we went to a lot of orchards this year, but this is our local orchard that's just up the road where we get our pumpkins. And so I added a photo, family tradition with some thickers, and I have this little glassine bag or treat bag that I used, and then inside is, let me pull them out, the series of photos from that day. And I just took each one and just scrapped the events, the snapshots that we took from that day. This is a really great way to incorporate a lot of photos in a different way, right? Instead of in a page protector. Just a little bit different way of doing things. And there's us getting our pumpkins. And then they have like this little spooky shed that they do. And then the kids. But got a lot of photos in a small little section of the layout, which is really fun. So flop that in there. And then I just added the other part of the pumpkins on this side. And then next is the family photos we got this year. I love getting them in fall just because all of the colors, it's just so pretty. It's such a pretty time of year. So these are done in a different orchard. And it's just a series of photos of us and our family, the kids. And so I just did a little flip out with the smaller snapshots and then just the one big family photo. Then we're back to Halloween. And so this is Would You Rather. We played it as a family, like 2 separate occasions. We did it in the car with Wyatt, and then I had Natalie answer later because we didn't have her. So I got this off Pinterest. There is a process video for this as well, and I'll leave that below. But it has a bunch of questions like, would you rather be a ghost or a ghoul? And so we all answered these questions. And so what I did on the other side, and there's, like I said, a process video, I made little pockets and I turned our faces into witches. And then our answers are in the back here on little strips of paper inside the pockets. Our answers to the would you rather. So this is a really fun layout to make. It gave me a little bit of trouble just trying to figure out the pockets. I definitely learned a lot doing this layout of how to engineer, but either way, it still came out really fun, and I love our faces with the witch hats. Super, super fun. All right, so next we have, and after this, we don't really have any process videos because I ran out of time, but, so I'm sorry about that, but I had to get this done. So, all right, so the next one is documenting Halloween movies. So these are all the movies that we like to watch this time of year. We didn't get through all of them, but I wanted to document all the movies. We did watch quite a few, and I introduced Wyatt like to The Labyrinth and both the Hocus Pocuses, Beetlejuice, Addams Family, and Edward Scissorhands. So we did watch a lot of movies from like when I was younger, which was cool, and he liked most of them. So that was really fun. But I got this idea from Dearly D, and I just used a paper collection from October Afternoon and made these little diagonal pockets and tucked in the little prints of the movie posters along with some embellishments and called it good. And then this next one is a die cut from a company called Paper Wizard, where you can order pre-cut die cuts and you put them together. So this one, obviously, it says I want candy, and there's glitter, fun little candy pieces and ghosts. And then on the back side of this, I created a pocket, and there's pictures of all of us, but poking out, I don't know if you could see. Oh, this one's stuck, but you can see just a little sneak peek of these on the other side. On the back sides of these photos, oh, my pocket's not, I gotta re-engineer that, is our favorite candy. So there's our favorite candies, and on the back side is our photos. I don't know why I'm doing this so backwards. So, which I thought was fun. So then when you stick it in here, you can see just little peeks of our favorite candy. On the other side of the I want candy. There we go. So that's this layout, just documenting our favorite candies. That was really fun to put together. And then I just added some embellishments here on this pocket. Next is a really fun one. So these are some foam tombstones that I had in my stash. I added another like DIY embellishment that I made on the front. And then I made this accordion flip out to document our fun little like, we had another like spooky night with drinks and Halloween music, fun socks, and then so it's just like an accordion album that you pull out and you can see all the fun photos of us enjoying our fun little monster drinks and spooky socks. We also made cookies, but I limited the photos there. So again, another fun interactive piece. On the back side, we're documenting Halloween, or the back side is just the tombstone of this, but over here is Wyatt's Halloween costume. So I actually made this mask for him because this is a Roblox character and they didn't actually have like a costume you could buy. So we bought a blue like bodysuit, and then I made this mask out of a cut file I got from Etsy. And so you flip this out and then you can see him for Halloween. And I told him, I said, give me a pose. And so we sat down on the ground with his head down, and he's like, this is how Blue sits. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's actually not sad. He's performing as the character. And I just did some embellishing, simple embellishing. So I just did Roblox costume Blue. So I did some stamping with embellishment and then a photo of him and I together on Halloween. And then on the back side is documenting another part of Halloween where my parents did a spooky yard for the kids to come and get candy and stuff. So I took this paper from Allie Edwards and I cut out photos to the shape of all the tags and then patterned paper to fill in the rest of the tags that told just a fun story. I think that one came out really fun. Love capturing this. I don't know, it's so cool. It came out so cool. And then last but not least, I got some more happy mail from a beautiful friend who made this beautiful Halloween card with the mixed media and the little ghost, which I love, the bat, dimensional. And it's my friend Chrissy. And again, I found her photo and put it inside the card, and I've next to the beautiful sentiment she wrote me, and I just love this so much. And she also made a tag, which I added to the back. So another happy mail to include in my October album. And there you have it. That is my October daily. I hope you guys have enjoyed the process videos and seeing this flip through. Like I said, I'll do what I can to link what I can below, but please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And I hope you all have a great day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.